Oh shit. This is bad.
Callum, one of my favorite things in video games is I think this goes right back to like Doom and stuff like that, but like a creative quit message. And I think in El Paso elsewhere, the quit message gives you an idea of what we're in for here. This is the exit.
Okay, so I'm getting Disco Elysium vibes already. That's a bit weird.
Maybe not Disco Elysium. Maybe closer to some older games. So this is El Paso Everywhere. This is out now on Steam, itch, and Xbox, as far as I know. It's not on anything else yet. And what we're going for here is Max Payne, PS1 Max Payne.
Sure.
But like,
I tell myself it was always going to.
I'm just gonna let this. I'm gonna let this play.
That's what love is.
Already the start of Max Payne.
Yeah.
Like, that's just.
Whatever the hell you become next.
Look at his face, man.
Yeah.
Like a jazz standard. Play it in our own time. As loud as we dare.
So the thing about this game is, so I haven't played. This is I played the demo. I have not played the full version. So this is the first time I'm actually getting into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like PS1 aesthetic Max Payne with some real good writing and voice acting. Like,
well, I mean, the writing so far has been pretty noir, to be honest. Like,
it's noir. It's noir, but like, there's a.
And she'll have monsters.
There's a like a third wall breaking part of it as well.
Fourth wall.
Sorry, what's the third wall? Third wall breaking is not.
Third wall's just a wall in the room. That's just
like real Max Payne.
Yeah, that's just Max Payne. Yeah.
Yep. And then so you can dive and I just dived off the stage. I think that's fine.
Nah, you hit the invisible wall.
But you can dive and dive with left
down.
stick button. Okay, got you. So you can just like
left stick button.
There you go, and just stay there.
Yeah.
Cool. Excellent.
Yep, that was the thing. Yeah.
Yep. I kept thinking recently, like I forgot this game's coming out this soon, but I've been thinking a lot about Max Payne 3.
Oh man, you're actually just taking painkillers as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like the inspirations are there, are worn on their sleeve for sure.
It's pretty obvious. Yeah.
But yeah, I've been thinking a lot about Max Payne 3 recently, and because I remember like.
I haven't thought about these since Sunday school.
Like this is the bit where you're like, oh.
Rolling. Rolling has invulnerability frames.
Yeah, we're doing biblical angel shit here.
Yeah.
So I can roll and do all this stuff. But yeah, I thought Max Payne 3 got kind of like a bad rep in like review time. Like I remember really liking that game and like
I don't think it did. Like that's did it not get like 8s and 9s? Like from what I remember.
But I seem to remember people like not.
Hang on.
Liking it the same way.
Well, I mean, people not liking it is whatever, but
sure, but like,
I'm pretty sure critically it was
quite
well regarded. I think so, from what I remember. Yeah, 8s and 9s. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of Kane and Lynch, the second. Kane and Lynch.
That was murdered because that was a terrible game. But yeah.
Well, see, this is the thing. I thought it was fine, but like, I am a real sucker for aesthetics.
I was gonna say, as before, you are a lot more forgiving if something looks cool.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Despite it being bad, but yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah.
There are many things in your history on this show that you've brought that are
absolutely
like, not great, but
so,
you're like, man, this looks nice.
Here, if I remember correctly, is the setup.
Nothing.
You look like a potato. This is the potato head.
Oh, so this was the thing in the demo. Okay, good.
The pharmaceutical cocktail I put together vibrates at the back of my skull, shifts my system into overdrive. I could take anything but a tank shot to the chest right now, but that comes with a cost. My body's going to give it out at some point, and it's going to hurt. One-way trip.
It does have a style. I'll give it that.
It's got a real style to it.
It feels inevitable.
Like it's so many painkillers.
On a courtesy of an addict's chemistry.
I've also never seen the word Nickelodeon used with a
I'm the
capital
addict,
N before.
by the way. Hi. Max is
I didn't know it was a word.
So,
I don't know what
here you
does
go.
it mean.
15 miles from here in a tiny motel in El Paso, Texas. She's conducting a ritual that will end the world as we know it. It's what she always wanted, even when she said she didn't.
So, like, in terms of
The
setup,
people she's taken
that's
are
pretty good.
things
Sure, okay.
from the void as we speak. The world dies today. I threw away 6 months and 11 days of being sober for a chance to save the world. 98% of me is screaming in pain or exultation, glad for an excuse to fall.
So this is I should also say, this is the new game from
That's you.
Scaffold Studios, I think. But it's Xavier Nelson Jr.'s studio, who you'd know from a bunch of previous games, like all over the place. But
Sure.
That you believe.
yeah.
So I can too. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Well, my name is James.
His fingers are long as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's-
The
Here's to believing.
the character modeling. Yeah.
Oh, these are the guys that did SWATs. They did Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator.
Yes,
That was
and
the- yeah, okay,
an
sure.
airport for dogs, and
An airport for aliens currently run for dogs.
that's
yeah.
the one. Yeah.
I'm
Lots
looking at their
of
thing.
all over the place.
So
Which Stranding?
is this a sequel? Because there was a game called El Paso Nightmare.
So that was, if I remember correctly, that was a like first-person preview of this game.
Right, okay.
It was
oh,
like a-
yes, okay, sure. A standalone survivor horror game for the El Paso Everywhere
Yeah.
universe.
So if you look at the
Okay.
trailer for that game, like it shares a lot of the aesthetics, except it's first person.
It does, yeah. Okay, so they're setting this up to be like a thing. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
So yeah, I thought it was a sequel as well.
Oh shit. This is bad.
I love the voice acting so much.
Yeah.
It's real good.
Well, I mean, it's typically noir, right? But
Yeah,
you're doing
exactly.
noir with
but
with
this
like a
is the thing.
weird what's like occult spin. Like,
But
that's
like
pretty
Max Payne
interesting.
felt like it was doing noir as a bit. Like this feels like it's really going for it.
Well, so no, well, Max Payne was doing very by the letter stereotypical noir. Like
Yes.
it was like horrifying protagonist, dull situation, drugs, guns, violence, all that stuff that you expect from a noir
Sure.
sort of thriller. This is doing it, but then spinning it by making it about the occult, which is kind of interesting because you get this kind of like control background, right, where it's
Yeah.
all like fucked up in the back.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And again, a lot of that can lend itself to level design and stuff like that.
Yeah, of
where,
course,
Like,
yeah,
so there's a
yeah.
level in the demo later on which takes place in like a graveyard or like a church.
It's
with
been a
graveyard.
long time since I've seen a third-person shooter where the person is running around with their guns out like this.
Yeah,
like
right?
it's not since like Max Payne since
Yeah.
I've seen this like full
like this
walking with
viewpoint
guns in front of your
specifically.
face. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love how the save innocent thing is literally just like you just hold your hand out.
So
as
you're
well.
so you are trying to stop this ritual that's going to end the world. Like,
Yes,
that's the
whole
okay,
point.
right.
It's your ex, who's Dracula,
Okay, sure.
is conducting a ritual in El Paso, and you're out to stop them.
The floor's changing around me.
I need to tell my friend about this because they're a big Max Payne head.
Yeah, this is doing
Oh.
this is doing Max Payne but differently, in a really interesting way. Oh fuck! Go! Oh!
You keep going.
Oh, did I die?
I guess you
Okay.
died.
I must have died. Okay. Let's try that again. So I've also got stakes, which are like one-hit kills, but you need to be, like right up on them for it.
So are they vampires? Is that what they are?
They're sure.
Okay.
There's probably enemies later on that you'll see that there's a bunch of different things coming in. Like there's werewolves and oh, you actually have to manually reload. That's the other part of this I keep forgetting. That's why I wasn't.
Sure.
There's no
okay.
auto reload. You can't just keep firing and they'll reload. Yeah. I know, like some of the. I assume we'll get to it because I seem to vaguely remember there's a. Oh, I have no ammo. Oh, there we go.
You got stakes though. You got hella stakes.
I do
so
need to start staking people. Okay, steak time. Go.
Get their hands on it.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, there's like werewolves and stuff as well in here.
Sure,
Like
okay.
there's a bunch of steak in the
Do you
toilet.
get silver bullets? Do you get?
Let's go through vest. Got those night shifts.
Also,
Oh wow, that's a weird
great
soundtrack.
soundtrack.
All right.
Great soundtrack. Like really, really unexpectedly works super well. Soundtrack.
I was gonna say it's not every
It's
day
not
that
what you
you see a
expect.
game kind of
It
pull
is
off
not- yeah.
mumble rap as part of the soundtrack.
Yeah,
So
but
that's-
it works. It works shockingly well, actually. Especially again the other level I saw in the demo.
Like it totally works for the
absolutely.
aesthetic.
Like that- again,
it totally
like,
makes sense. But yeah.
A large
especially
part
with
of,
the, you're like it's the same sort of idea as like you're contrasted with like how the protagonist talks, right?
Yes,
because that's
right.
all the same sort of thing.
yes, it really does the like dreamlike stuff really well. Like it does the fuck
Yeah,
is-
it feels
Ooh.
very like swimmy, like how
Yeah.
dreams
I mean,
are.
like
It's
they
very,
said,
yeah.
like this guy has been sober for a long time and is just pushed it.
Oh yeah, he's
like,
also
like,
high on pills, right?
Yeah,
so it's
like,
yeah.
like what is this room? Like
Yeah, like some sort of bar or something, I guess. I don't know.
yeah, but like smoke in the ground and like I'm hoping to get there's a bunch of other guns as well. Like the shotgun in this thing is
Stab
ridiculous.
him. Stab him.
There we go.
There you go.
The shotgun in this thing is ridiculous. Like it just blows people back. Like
Oh, I mean that's the same as it
feats.
was in fucking Max
Exactly.
Payne, right? Like it just like lops people's legs off and stuff like that.
yeah, you don't actually take that many hits. Oh, I forgot I can manually do painkillers. I forgot it was more than just.
I was gonna say, yeah, you've got hella pills, you'll be fine.
Sure, time and space aren't supposed to be doing that.
Come here. There you go. So yeah, you get in, you rescue, you get out. Like that's the.
Light, get the fuck back to the elevator.
So is it like it's not like a rogue right?
No,
Is
no,
it
no.
a
It's
roguelike,
a
right?
linear story.
It's
Yeah, yeah.
generated levels. Okay, sure.
Yeah. Oh. Wish there was a flashlight sometimes, but again, it works with what they're going for. Come on. Yeah. And I think I'm just a sucker for like, again, like we recently just did like, both of us looked at that thing that was happening on Twitter. Like, what's your 25 top games?
Oh
and
yeah,
that
you're 5 by
thread.
5. Yeah.
And it was like when I put all of my games in there, I'm like, man, yeah, it's like there's a big chunk of me that is like aesthetic and just fucking weirdness. Where I was like, because there was a moment where I was like, is Control one of my favorite games of all time? Yeah, probably. Like, because that thing just did so much with.
Yeah.
Like, there's a definite.
Like your list had stuff on it that like is
If you say not a game, I'm gonna.
no, it's incorrect, but it's correct because it's
Because it's me.
stylistically, yeah.
Yeah.
Like you picked Transistor when, for all intents and purposes, you should pick Hades because it's just the best game that
Totally.
company's made. But because it's Transistor
Yeah. It makes sense.
and
'cause
had
it's me.
that style to it, yeah, that's the yeah.
And
The only
yeah.
thing that I would ever put as like I think maybe this is wrong is the fact you put that fucking Blade Runner point and click game on it.
That's
which-
oh shit. That game
the game's
was,
not good, but I know why it's there.
The game's not good, but it's important. I think
Yeah, I
is the thing.
know. That's why it's there.
Which is why it's there. I mean, there's a lot of games like that on that list for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you throw something like Control at me, which has got so many, like it's got the aesthetic, it's got the mystical bureaucracy, which is like one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
In media.
Oh, I get Control's great. Like, don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
Control's a fantastic game. Like, that's
But yeah,
it's arguably the first like working video game that company's made. But that's
working video game.
you can't play Alan Wake. It's a bad game.
You
Like,
can play
it's
Alan
not-
Wake multiple times, like I have.
I
Alan
mean,
Wake.
you can, but you've got a problem. But that's yeah.
I just think I'm more
uh,
forgiving.
I mean, but sure, yeah, you could be forgiving, but yeah, I don't like
Fair enough.
battery light simulator.
Even-
That's
Even like American Nightmare. Did you play American Nightmare?
American Nightmare was better. but it's
Yeah.
still not great because I thought that the way that Alan Wake played wasn't perfect, and that
I mean, I'm
American
definitely-
Nightmare was just kind of like, oh, we'll get rid of the bad thing just by giving you more. And like, it's
I'm
not.
I'm interested to see how Alan Wake 2 goes. Like again, like probably the
Oh
game
yeah,
I'm
of
most
course,
excited
yeah,
for
absolutely, yeah.
to see what.
I know
God,
we're not
why-
talking about the game, but Yoon keeps dying, so I can't talk about new things in this game because Yoon keeps dying.
I'm getting there.
I want to see more of the game.
Yeah, I
but we
know. I'm
can't.
almost there. I've got to. Oh, in fact, you can see the elevator.
You can
actually,
see the
it's right
big,
there.
yeah, the large amount of light that is appearing.
Come on.
Like, I'll give you, the game looks like not super easy. It seems very restrictive
Yeah,
on
it's,
ammo.
I'm
but-
trying to talk and play video games is one of the worst things you can possibly try
Well,
and do.
that
that
as
people have
well,
made
yeah,
multiple
that's-
careers out of. Okay, I've got one stake left, and it's this guy's. There we go.
Yeah, now have absolutely nothing, but you're at the.
There we go. Done. Okay, cool.
Oh, the mumble rap turned into like death metal.
Oh,
That
it
was
goes
weird, but,
places. Yeah, there's some.
Yeah.
There's some definite. Oh yeah, because there's a yes.
I'm gonna have to dive through this. Leap like a fucking circus animal.
Sure. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Yep.
Good. Excellent.
Max Payne. That's...
Yeah, like I kind of don't want to show too much of it because it definitely goes some interesting places. I will say,
Oh, I'm sure, yeah, it's
some extra
definitely got this
things. Some extra things to look at. I would listen to. There's a couple places of the interviews with Xavier Nelson Jr. who talked about making this game and about how it almost killed the company.
oh, Christ, okay.
And just because of like timings and like doing it during COVID and how like the whole
it was just
industry
because
went
COVID,
tits
okay.
up during COVID and like funding became a
So
problem.
I'm interested in if this was made during COVID and
Yep.
the you know how like games are having this kind of like weird PS1 graphic renaissance thing.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if COVID had anything to do. I don't know if that's. Does it make the game easier to make? I don't actually know.
The aesthetic?
That's yeah.
I mean,
Because like you're not dealing with like complicated textures or anything like that. It's just like rapping and that's kind of it. But it's.
but you're.
I don't know.
I
It's
don't actually have any
interesting, right?
stake.
Like
it's I mean, it's kind of the thing where. From what I can gather, like I have no ammo and this guy's chasing me, so I need to get somewhere.
through the big door.
Yeah. There's. Yes.
There you go.
It was kind of why, like, there was a period of time, like, remember the period of time, God, how long ago? Like, 6-7 years ago when everything was like, there was the big pixel art resurgence.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make the game any easier to make. It just, I mean, one of the things as well is you can make a game like that on a lesser machine. Is a big part of it as well. Like, you don't need this powerful
Sure.
machine. So if you're like a first-time developer or you're doing it on your home machine, fuck it.
Yeah, wow,
on your home machine or whatever, it makes it slightly easier
Yeah,
to do.
it's easier to pull off. Yeah.
Yeah, and especially if you're doing like PS1 aesthetic, like your 3D modeling budget is going to be lower, and you can
Sure. Yeah.
like there was always a thing for me where I found like I like a good horror game to a degree.
Yeah.
There's some stuff I won't touch, but like I always found Duke Nukem 3D, like remember the underwater section Duke Nukem 3D with like the octopus dudes.
Oh yes.
Like,
yes,
I
yes,
always
yes.
found that way scarier than like some of the 3D stuff at the time.
Sure.
And I
yeah.
don't know, and it's just something about the fact that you can do stuff on a smaller scale that's still very effective. and
Oh
get
no,
what
yeah,
you-
of course.
and
Like
get what
it
you need
doesn't
to do.
diminish the game any. Like
No,
it's
no, no,
not. Yeah.
But yeah, it lets you do
Especially for horror, like and stuff
Yeah,
like that as well,
absolutely.
right? Because like I think about that game that I can never remember the name of. It was like something under the lighthouse or whatever it was called.
It lives under the lighthouse or something like. Yes.
It lives under the lighthouse or whatever it was called. That game had like an even more degraded style than this, and was very effective as a horror game because the monster was so fucked up because it looked so fucked up because of the style. Like
Yes.
it's a very effective tool if you choose to use it, especially for horror and stuff like that. And I'm sure you
Yes.
could use it for other genres and stuff as well.
Yeah, I mean,
But it is,
a lot of yeah, like it does. Oh fuck! It does a lot of especially in stuff like horror where you don't. Again, It Lives Under the Lighthouse is great because you don't minor spoilers for that game, you don't see the creature until it's far, far too late, right? So
Yeah.
your brain does a lot of the work for you, which is the kind of epitome of horror, right? It's like
Yes.
the best horror.
It's the whole reason that the first Alien movie works, is because
Exactly,
you don't see
yes,
that thing
exactly.
until towards the end.
And it's why stuff like Silent Hill has its like visual stuff, of course, but like
Yes.
oh fuck, but a lot of the psychological bit of Silent Hill and kind of why I like it is because it's not jump scares. It's like your brain does a lot of the work for you.
Yeah, it's consistent. It's consistent dread that like builds.
Yeah,
and,
it's dread, and like I should probably be doing the dive thing more often than I actually am. There we go. Yeah, like you can do a lot with less photorealistic, and then again, like you can't really underestimate when something like PT comes along, which is like photorealistic and also one of the most terrifying things that people have ever done. Like
Yes.
you can,
Yeah.
like you can't. I just love that these doors. just sit here. That's great.
People still chasing that PT rush that
and people have
no one has
got
seemed to capture.
close. Like
Yeah.
there was a demo on the last Next Fest called, I think it was Lumo or Luno or something like that. Oh, I have no ammo, huh? That was basically it was doing PT, like it was just doing PT, but it was doing the photorealistic version of PT, right? It was doing the we are doing Unreal Engine 5 shit to make this look as realistic as possible, and the like creature slash enemy slash whatever is it's the creature's like a something with a sheet over it, like a cartoon ghost.
A spooky boo ghost, yeah.
Oh, and my controller just died, so that's probably a good time to stop this.
There we go. Yeah.
This is Paso everywhere. It's out now. Steam, itch.io, Xbox. It's super cool.
Cool looking thing, yeah.
I wish I could have showed more of the cutscenes, but the writing and the performances are just spectacular in this, and I really, really want to see what they do with it. I've heard a lot of really weird things about where this goes. But yeah, that's it. Thanks, Callum.
Thanks, Ian.